But I want to just throw this one up. You're meeting someone for the first time.
And we
What
learned.
makes you think you want to ever use the word stillborn?
Oh yeah, I'm John Herrera.
Are we doing that?
I think so.
Are we doing that?
I'm Dave Reynolds.
And I'm Scarlett Spager.
All right, what's up? Wow, we just walked right into it, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's what we
literally.
always do. Did you listen to the newest
I did. A
edit
snippet.
podcast of the Ballad of Maud?
I like the way you cut through like 3 to 4 different episodes for that, didn't you?
Yeah, because there was nothing that we could keep in that episode.
I have to listen to it.
But yet you left the porn stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, you left the
said keep
porn
the porn
stuff.
stuff in.
The porn stuff was funny, I thought.
Yeah, it was funny.
Okay, so we are allowed to talk about these couches are porn couches.
These
You
couches
think?
I found in the hallway of the administration building, and I
Well,
just
they
up.
were filming porn there because these are porn couches.
Oh my god, you're right.
There's not a lot of room on these couches for porn.
The King's Call.
I feel
Look
like
at
it's
the
a
little-
solid like 90s porn.
It's a love seat.
Yeah.
It's not even really.
Oh, it's a
I
love
mean, it's a
seat.
love seat. That's what it's for.
I always thought that was a creepy name.
name. Right? Oh my god.
Love Shack? You're really gonna make a Love Shack reference?
How would I
That
not?
is hip and
Love
new.
seat.
What?
When I was 5, we had a karaoke machine on the PlayStation 2, and Love Shack was one of the songs.
Oh my gosh.
Cool story, buddy.
I know.
Cool story, bro. It's probably good.
Was that your introduction to the B-52s?
What?
That's the band that sings Love Shack.
Oh no.
They also sing Rock Lobster, which is a
Yeah.
way better
Oh
song.
my
Wait, they
God.
sing something else.
Love
Yeah.
that song.
What?
What's
they
the
sing a
other
lot of
one?
things.
Oh, they sing
Rock
something
Lobster.
else.
Rock Lobster.
See, she knows.
Crocodile
Then
Rock.
what's it
Rock
called?
Lobster.
Not Crocodile Rock, that's Elton John.
I know it is.
Do you?
I know.
Okay, do
Do you
you?
really?
But do you?
Okay.
I think they're
I'm just like
phony.
sitting next to your kids.
I know, that's actually just one of them, and I stopped. Like, I had a whole plan for 2
Wait,
years,
really?
I guess, of, like, involving the
So I could just
school
like sit
magnets.
by a wall of your
Wait,
children.
I might have more over here.
Oh my god, let's fix it.
No, I don't. That's it.
That's
He's
it.
the only one I care about.
Oh, I'm dead.
It's Max, but that's
Is
not
he your
true.
favorite?
No,
Oh wait, no. You said
I don't have
it's
a
your
favorite.
favorite before.
I don't have a favorite.
I don't have a favorite
every
whisper's
parent
name.
has- I hate that's such a cop-out answer. Every parent has a favorite.
Yeah,
I feel like
but
every person has
parent
a favorite.
every good parent will not say
Yeah,
which
I
one it is.
know, but like everybody
Non-disclosure.
knows the answer, but they just won't come out and say it.
Well, the middle one looks the most like me. So,
That
Is
means
that
Not
Elliot?
Ted.
Yeah, that's Elliot.
Hmm?
It's Elliot. I think.
yeah, Elliot.
Max is the one that likes me, right?
I think, well, yeah, Max likes you.
Yeah.
Johnny B, he calls it. Johnny B.
God.
Is Johnny B going to be in the theater? I don't
Shut
know.
up.
Well, it's because he showed me his amazing playlist of only Green Day, and he was like, "Check out this amazing playlist I made."
He's proud.
Yeah.
He's proud.
I found out my boyfriend knows no Green Day songs.
How?
That's not really? How's that possible?
I don't know. Like, he's like, oh, I've heard this before.
Oh,
But
I've
he-
heard this before.
Yeah, but like, he knows
That's
no
right.
Green Day songs.
Well, what's weird for me is that, like, Green Day is, like, oldies for you, kind of, isn't it?
Yeah, a little.
Well,
I
it's-
had Dookie on DVD. Or DVD.
Or DVD? Did you?
DVD.
On Laserdisc?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh.
What's Dookie?
Yeah.
Dookie is a seminal Green Day album that was released in 94 or 96, maybe?
Is that the one with Basket Case or
Yep.
whatever it's called?
Basket Case, Welcome to Paradise, She.
That one was one of my favorite CDs. DVDs, as I like to call
It's a
them.
good DVD.
Great DVD.
Just a disc.
Yeah.
you know, the VHS, even better.
The Betamax.
A win.
Yeah.
Laserdiscs are featured.
So Green Day is oldies?
I don't know, my cousin is like 3 years older than me and she had a bunch of Green Day CDs and I was like, what are you doing?
Does
with
Green
these?
Day, like, what about Nirvana?
Yeah,
That's
it's oldies.
that's
That's oldies.
I like
That's
that
like-
one.
I love Nirvana, but
It's like
old.
contemporary
It's weird-
with Green
yeah,
Day.
it's,
I mean,
like,
except
weird
Green
and-
Day, you know, nobody in Green Day killed themselves, so. Well, we could shift this right into a conspiracy theory podcast.
Totally killed him.
Oh, there's like a lot of theories according to
Yeah, because he wrote her out of his will and
there's
she
like
was
a
bye,
there's a
bitch.
documentary with like
Mm.
like crime scene like
Yeah.
diagrams of like
Mm-hmm.
it's gross, like
Yeah.
the shotgun blast and like, you know, the trajectory. If you really want to dive into it, guys, if you want to have a good time,
If you really want to do
true crime is fun apparently.
I don't know about that.
I'm always down for conspiracies. Because there's like,
The good ones. Only the good ones.
oh yeah, there's some really good ones. But they're borderline not even conspiracy theories, they're true. Like, because there's so much evidence.
All right, dive
Yeah.
in. Let's hear
The
what
moon
you think.
landing? Question mark.
Well, I was skeptical at first, but my one physical engineering teacher was very adamant that it happened.
Okay.
And he was like giving anything that I had to say, he would, you
Yeah.
know, be like, no, this is
Yeah.
why that happened. This is why. But I mean, I don't know. It's
Flag
all-
shouldn't have waved.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
then there's like the shadows and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? The shadows are not like.
Didn't Stanley Kubrick say he did it? Right?
Well, he didn't say he did it. There's a theory that Kubrick did it. That like so.
He told someone on his deathbed, right?
Yeah, see, this is where you get into stuff that may or may not be true. There's a documentary called like Room 237 or something. You guys heard of this?
No.
So it's like about the idea that Kubrick faked the moon landing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's all clues from The Shining. So there's like the kids wearing like an Apollo 11 or Apollo 13 sweater in The Shining, and they're like
the carpet.
the carpet is like the ground plan view of Cape
Yeah.
Canaveral, and like there's all kinds of weird
Shut
stuff.
up.
Yeah, it's some weird stuff. I'm not saying it's real. I'm just saying it's a bit weird.
Oh my god, I have to watch.
And like the big thing is, why haven't we gone like back?
We haven't?
We did. We went back
We went a couple
3 or 4
Someone
times.
like the big thing like exploded, like people died on the one trip back,
That
right?
was one.
Oh, that was like, wasn't it the
You're talking
teachers?
Gemini,
Or is that
right?
a
I think
different
Gemini's the one that blew up.
No, that's the Challenger.
one?
Challenger blew up. Challenger blew up, everybody. Breaking news, 1984 or whatever it was. I was watching that live on TV in elementary school. You guys were not even a glimmer in your parents' eye. But
No.
like, that was weird, man.
Yeah.
Watching, like, because they made a big deal out of the Challenger because there was a teacher on it, like an elementary school teacher, Christy
Imagine
McCullough.
being in her like class.
Yeah.
And be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, my teacher.
But like kids across America were watching this because they made a big deal out of it. There was an elementary school teacher on the space shuttle. It was like a big deal. I remember like there was like whole unit lessons
bet.
about like learning about this crap, and then they rolled the TV in. And I was like, and then I clearly remember my teacher was just like, and then like turned the TV off. And they're like, recess! So like,
Everyone gets an extra
That's so
pudding
funny.
at lunch.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Trauma. Trauma, baby, trauma.
So what do we want to talk about? You want to talk about comedy's escapism? That was your general
Yeah,
theme?
that was dumb.
Okay.
I like
Do
it.
you have a better theme?
No, I don't have a better theme.
Then maybe we should do the dumb theme since there's no
Yeah.
other theme.
Okay, comedy is escapism.
Or we could interview our guests. We should introduce our guests, right?
This is Lauren. She was on the End of the World
End of the
podcast
World
that we
cast.
did.
Yeah, did you call it Circle of New Faces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just because there was a lot of
I just want everybody to know that John is in charge of all the titling.
Yeah, he
What,
is.
that you think it sucks? Because it does.
No, I didn't. I don't think it sucks. I especially like the "What is love, baby? Don't hurt me,
I
don't hurt
changed
me."
it.
You
was
changed
too
the
long.
title.
I changed it.
Isn't it like
What is it
Valentine's
now?
Day? Is that?
That was the Valentine's Day one, yeah.
Okay.
That was when I was like, "I'm 43 and I don't understand Tinder," you know. Mer.
And then the next episode, you're like, I conceived my first son at an airport.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that one for my
Oh
wife.
my god.
You want me to delete that one?
Well, you
No,
brought it up. No.
No.
All right, so
God, no.
our guest,
Our guest.
Hello.
say your name,
For the record.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's
Lauren Masulis.
and you are interested in comedy, right?
Yes.
We talked to you like briefly about this, right?
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
but there was two-
We got halfway
People.
through.
And lots.
I
of
totally
talking
forgot we brought
over
that
each
random dude in, but that was amazing.
That was really good.
He's like, I'm confused.
And he's like, "How do you feel?" But yeah, he's like, he's like, "I like comedy." It was pretty great because we thought it was Lee. Remember?
And we did think it was Lee.
Yeah.
I just saw Lee right now.
Where?
He was in the theater.
Oh, he made it in.
Yeah.
Okay. So who are you? Who are your comedy icons? Did we talk about this?
We did. But
Okay. This
Pete
is
Davidson,
horrible.
Josh, it's not going too great. Josh Wolf, Joe Santagato. He's a big one for me.
I don't know who that is.
He's mainly a YouTuber and does like
Huh.
sketches and stuff. He doesn't really do stand-up comedy, but
Okay.
him as a person, he's like somebody I look up to.
Joe Santagato.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds like an Italian name. That's the observation I just made.
Joe Santagato, Joe Guido, Circle of Joes.
I don't know if I've ever heard an Italian name that sounds more Italian than Joe Guido, unless it was
Joseph,
like
wait,
Guido.
Giuseppe Luigi.
Wait, his
Guido.
actual name is Giuseppe?
Well, no, but they call like I get. He's like, this is my real name, but that's not his real name. They
Giuseppe
just,
Luigi Guido.
yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Wow.
That is so Italian. It's
Yeah,
great,
he's just covered in hair. It's just,
though. Nice.
it's just that's all. That's it.
All right, well, I think we should dive into your theme then, unless you want to like interview Lauren.
Oh, well, I guess we can use comedy as escapism thing. Like, what was the first thing that you saw where you're like, oh, this is comedy and I love it?
There we go.
That's it. You're on
Uh,
track.
Question.
It would probably be Seinfeld, just because my pop, he had like all the Seinfelds on DVD, and so I'd go over there some days during the week and we would just watch Seinfeld, and I just loved it. Also South Park when I was like 5.
They're
Which is
getting
way too young, but
they're getting an upswing. They're doing their QAnon special.
Are they
Shut
really?
up.
Yeah, they did
Oh,
a
I'm sure
quarantine
it's gonna be
special, and then they're doing a coronavirus
kidding me.
special, like sequel to that.
I liked the first one. I watched that one. It was good.
So Seinfeld. So you think, because like we're early on in this podcast / class, right? We talked about like
Yeah, when it was a class.
like what was in our comedy DNA. You know,
Yeah.
we had different things. So that's cool. Seinfeld. So how do you think that has like colored your sensibility of what you think is funny? Can you draw a line from Jerry Seinfeld to Pete Davidson? Do you know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
go.
That might be tougher,
Oh, God.
right?
Well, so Jared realized like the way he treats George. Like I've learned that like soft bullying is okay, and so I take that like I've been bullying him for like the last 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's just
And I
fun
fight
for
back.
me.
What's the difference between soft bullying and bullying?
I think it's a mutual agreement.
A friendship.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever watch Veep?
Yes.
Okay, so
I want to.
Veep
It's
is,
so good.
Veep is not soft
I'll give you
bullying.
my DVDs.
It's also like, it's literally one of the funniest things I've seen in
Yeah,
my life.
it's
But
so good.
it is not soft bullying. It's like
They want a Peabody, right?
immediately you kind of get the feeling that these people are irredeemable. You know what I mean? Like they're just horrible people.
Horrible
Like kind of like
people.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, same thing. Like they're horrible people, but that's you kind of love them because they're horrible
Yes.
people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like when you watch Veep, and just you and I are the only ones that can talk about this. There's a character named Jonah who's just like
Oh my
a
god.
horrible human being, but they pick on him so unmercilessly. Then they like, you know, I can't even give all the story.
Jelly green fucking giant.
I mean, like they call him Jonad. Like
Like
it's
Pierce, because like Pierce, played by Chevy Chase in Community, is like this raging, racist, misogynistic asshole.
isn't that
Oh,
just
yeah.
Chevy Chase?
Yeah,
Isn't
exactly.
that just Chevy Chase?
Yeah, and they make fun of him.
Wasn't there a story about like when they wanted to do the roast of Chevy Chase, they couldn't get people because people genuinely fucking hate him so much that they didn't want to like.
Wait, no,
Actually,
didn't Laura Ingraham have a roast though?
I don't know. I heard stories about Chevy. Wow, I would love to roast Laura.
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good. Nikki Glazer roasted her, I think,
Oh,
and so did
love Nikki
David
Glazer.
Spade.
Nikki Glazer was one of my picks for my comedy bracket.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Love
you
her.
had that championship
Yeah.
fantasy league.
Yeah.
thing.
It's still in progress. I'll let you guys know who wins.
No way.
Yeah,
It's still in progress.
we do it just like a basketball tournament, you know, like over like so we do like one matchup every
Shut
like 3
up.
days.
That's so cool.
This is what you do during coronavirus times.
Yeah.
We did
That's
albums, and then now
Mm-hmm.
we're doing no more than 10-minute comedy bits.
Hmm.
I saw
Wait,
much
what was
stuff I've
hers
never
again?
seen.
What did you pick again?
How not to finger
Yes,
someone.
yes, yeah. Yeah, no, it's
It's so
good.
fucking funny.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I'm an outdoorsy girl. Just outside.
All right, so
Favorite episodes of Seinfeld? What's your favorite episode of Seinfeld?
I will freely admit that I'm not as Seinfeld literate as you are, but I can pick the easy ones.
Easy ones, go.
You know, like the marine biologist one.
Oh, that
one
was
of my
so
favorites.
good.
Oh, no, I'm thinking.
Kenny Rogers Roasters.
I don't remember that one.
That's when it's some of the Kramer like.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, wasn't he?
He's
Yeah.
like, there's the Kenny Rogers Roasters outside his apartment, and like he gets tan because the
Yeah.
the neon.
Newman
lighting or
tries to
something
eat
like
him.
When Jerry becomes Kramer?
that. No, I don't know. I'm not. See, this is what
Never
I'm saying.
mind. Never mind.
No, it's when he
Let's
like
change
covers
the
himself in
subject.
butter, and like Newman thinks he's a chicken or a turkey. Right? Is that the same thing? Or no, Jerry can't. Yeah, that is when. I
Let's
just
get off
mashed two
Seinfeld. We have
episodes
just alienated all 3 of our Seinfeld fan listeners, right? For sure.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. Seinfeld was like, it was like sort of a cultural revolution when I was like in high school and college. Like it, it changed a lot for the sitcom for sure, right? I'm not sure why, which is a weird thing to say, but like,
It was
I don't know, like it's the show about nothing, or
Yeah,
whatever, right? But
yeah.
like it, it's just so clearly Larry David, right? I mean, that's what makes all of it. We're now having watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, and that seems to me to be like what Larry David could do on HBO. Like
It's
here's what I
intense
could do if I could
Seinfeld.
say fuck, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Do you guys like Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yes, but it makes me sick when it's like too anxiety-inducing.
Ooh, that's a good topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I love The Office and like all those, but there's a lot of people that have that like it makes me too anxious. It makes me I feel too like awkward things
Weird.
make people like some awkward things make me laugh when people are put in awkward situations. Like we've all seen The Office, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott's Tots. Do you guys remember Scott's Tots?
Oh.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Scott's Tots is the one where it's like a bunch of African American kids who in second grade he told them he would pay for them to go to college, and now they're graduating from high school. And he thought he would be a multimillionaire by the Michael Scott, but he hasn't been, so he has to go back to address their class, their high school graduating class.
I have not seen that.
And they come in and there's like this song, it's like, hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make our dreams come true. And like,
batteries.
and so he buys some laptop batteries. Yeah, dude. But it's like, it is like so uncomfortable.
And that's one of my probably least favorite episodes. It's funny, but it's I don't know.
See, I don't understand how that would make someone anxious.
You wouldn't at first, and then you're sitting there, and like all the things just start happening. Like they're singing, they have T-shirts, they have like all these things, and he's literally, you just see him like I have to make facial expression.
Great podcast.
Like,
Yeah.
Thank you, Scarlett.
Why is it always
I'm
me?
gonna mind another bit.
We need a little like theme song for when Scarlett does visual bits. You can't see it right now, but Scarlett's making it.
Or Scarlett's hating
I think
something.
maybe it works because like if you like the characters, if you're drawn into the characters enough, then you kind of feel their own anxiety. Like
Yeah.
I think for me, right?
I would just like shrivel up inside.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right?
I'd just be like, oh
No, that's what
my
happens.
god.
So some people are literally like turned off by that comedy. They're turned off by
Yeah.
The Office, or they're turned off by like, you know.
Not all Curbs. The one where he has something in his pants. Like I think he put a bottle in his pants or something.
No, that's the first. That's like one of the first or second episode when he just like is wearing tight pants and it tense up when he sits down.
Not that one.
No. Okay.
And a little girl hugs him. And then she goes, ah! And she runs and tells her parents. And he's like, oh, no. And like, yeah.
I mean, there's like, I think that's like the bread and butter, right? That's what
Yeah.
he's going for. I mean, the
Yeah.
episode where like they're in the open air restaurant or the open kitchen and the chef has Tourette's and he's just screaming like, I don't remember exactly. I mean, Tourette's is like, you know, it's a
We're all
horrible condition,
softly
blah, blah, blah,
giggling.
blah, but it's like one of the most low-hanging comedic fruits the world
Yes.
could possibly
Oh, yeah.
present, right? But like, I think at one point the guy yells like "cocksucker grandma balls" or something like that, and it's like the combination of words is just so freaking funny. I don't know. I mean, I think so. There's like, you guys know the phrase "Schadenfreude." Have you ever heard that? Schadenfreude.
No.
So it's like a German thing, which basically means gaining pleasure from the discomfort of others. Right? Basically, it means like, it's like the Mel Brooks line of like, you know, so like when I cut my finger and get a paper
She
cut.
doesn't know who Mel Brooks is.
Okay, we need to reset everything. Well, I think we need to give you a viewing
I
list.
can't believe you just snitched on me.
Anyway, let me just say, Mel
I only
Brooks,
pretend to
probably one of the greatest American comedians of all time. You know, anyway, his quote is like, you know, when you get a paper cut on your finger, it's a tragedy, but if somebody else falls into a manhole and dies, then it's a comedy, right? So it's not happening to you; it's happening to somebody else,
Yeah.
which makes us be able to laugh at it.
See, I think people falling over, especially old people, is hilarious.
Yes. You don't, though, right?
What?
Is that the physical comedy stuff?
No, I hate like the Three Stooges and stuff. Like I could appreciate a well thought out physical comedy, but like no, but
So
I
if
like
like
some of
a
the stupid
3-year-old
stuff.
kid throws a football into his dad's groin, that's not funny to you?
Is it on
That's
like is it on like a commercial for
Doesn't
Doritos?
matter. It's
though?
never not
like I'm not
funny.
laughing at that.
That's
It's never not funny,
It doesn't
dude.
matter.
Like a little kid throwing a football at his dad's crotch is never not
And
funny
then
to
the
me.
dad trying not to curse him out. He's
Or like,
just
you know, like a little kid like hitting a golf ball into. It's all really just about dad
Yeah.
crotches for me.
Yeah.
Dad crotches are funny.
Dad crotch. Can we
I
just
think
title the
little
episode
kids,
Dad
like,
crotches?
tumbling over is
Yeah.
hilarious.
No, yeah, I like that. And like, remember Scarlett Takes a Tumble? Not me. But like the girl who like goes to stand up on the table on YouTube and she's like singing. And
Yes.
she's getting on like a wooden 90s coffee table and just like
Are you talking about?
that's good.
Are you talking about Grape Lady?
No,
Grape
that's
Lady.
a
Grape Lady's
different thing.
fucking
This is she's like,
Can you pull
this
it
is
up?
just a girl in her
Can you pull up
like.
Grape Lady?
No, I'm not pulling up any visual aids today.
No.
Grape Lady is a lady that's stomping the wine grapes, so she's like,
Oh my god.
I
oh
don't
my
know
god,
it.
that's classic. That's
I'm
almost
pulling
that's as
up
classic as the
visual aid
guy
for
on like QVC.
That-
He's like the guy on QVC with the samurai sword. You ever see that one? He's like,
You
clang,
showed me
clang, clang, and it sticks in his arm. He's like, well, and then they just like pan away to some other
Wait.
display.
Oh my god. Wait,
There's that
no.
other video with the guy skiing and he's like, he goes
Oh,
off a
my
big
ankles are broken.
His ankles are broken.
There's so many we should do.
Oh my god.
So he's like, my ankles are broken. His ankles are broken. My fucking ankles are broken.
Oh my god.
But like, you can hear it like in a mountain range, so it's like.
Of this hair? My God.
Oh my god.
Wow. Is that
Mwah.
beautiful? Now let me look at the back.
What's this?
I'm telling you, this hairspray is amazing. Now, do
Is
you
this a
like my clothes
QVC
up
gold
there?
mine?
I keep like 8 cans at a time.
Oh,
I love
let
this
me give
thing.
you a can. That is good. Mwah. That one's got it. Mwah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Wait, he goes,
All right.
My booty.
Oh, my booty.
wait.
That one's got it. Oh, my booty.
Thank you. I'm going to
Okay, since we're doing it, we might as well just do
I
it.
gotta visualize that
And
one.
she
This is
acts
like-
like she's on fire.
This one is like classically old.
I just love
She
I
sounds
fell
like-
on my
she sounds like
booty.
her-
Done is right here. These buckets are filled with grapes. What kind of grapes? These are filled with Chamberson grapes.
All right, so I'm gonna cut the
winner
cue.
this Saturday, he stomps here. There's a contest to stomp, and how are you measuring who does the best stomping? And whoever stomps the most
She does this, like,
wins
hand
overnight
gesture
stay,
thing.
But it's not the only thing you can do. The measuring cups are down below, right? Measuring cups are down below. All right. And if you win, you get to stay at Chateau
Here we
Wine.
go.
Wine tours and tasting,
She says
vineyard
stop.
Here we
tours,
go.
seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, stop.
Move it.
Family Guy did a spoof of this, and it was Stewie, and he makes those same noises.
I think she's actually hurt. Oh my god.
But the Family
Oh, that
Guy
was
did
worth
a
it.
mock of it, and it's so good.
Oh my god, it sounded like a dog.
Yeah, physical comedy's great, especially people getting hurt. That's what AFV was for.
Oh my god, yes! You know what, like I said I don't like physical comedy and I love
Yeah, so
Dave.
you-
Come out.
My ankles are broken! My ankles are broke!
His ankles are broken!
And then play the music. Oh.
Just didn't go fast enough.
Yeah, that
I mean-
was the problem.
And like honestly, like this guy's probably like a world class skier, and I'm laughing at like his career-ending injury. You know, that's like the Tom Segura thing I saw for the first time.
Yeah,
when I tried like
it's fucking hilarious.
it's
Have you
ridiculous.
seen that?
What?
He
Have you
tries
seen
to dunk the basketball.
Yeah, he tries to dunk a basketball and breaks his.
Like, but breaks his arm like to the point where like, you know, like when you watch like a basketball game or a football game and like someone's like leg is like literally 90 degrees turned the wrong way.
He has a
Like
dunk
it's that kind of break.
He has a dunk competition with Burt Kreischer, and they're
No!
both doing
You
the
told
dunk.
me to watch this and I
This
didn't.
is too long to watch on a podcast. I'm
It
just gonna
is.
say. So you guys should all
No,
watch
I
it.
love Bert. And it was
both
wasn't
doing
for
the
the cabin or like what was it?
Yeah, it's really funny.
So Schadenfreude, right? You're laughing or you're deriving pleasure from the misfortune of others. Do you think that's a real thing? It's a very German thing.
From
yeah.
Tanner Hall.
100%.
I mean,
But I mean, I'm a terrible person.
well, so there you go. Is there something about like?
It's innate.
Okay, so I don't think that you're a terrible person. I don't really know you all that well. Maybe you are. Maybe you're an axe murderer. I don't know. But like,
Only on Sundays.
there's something about the Lord's Day. There's something about like comedy-minded people that like. I don't want to say that they're bad people. They're not bad people, but they like you can see the darker side of humanity in a way
You don't
that's like
pretend.
funnier, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't. Like I think I've been conditioned to where I can't laugh at somebody not getting hurt. Getting hurt. Like I mean, I can't not laugh at somebody getting hurt.
Yeah, but like when you're there, it's different. Like I don't know.
No.
Like I mean, I don't know. I don't
feel
know.
like
I mean, I
watched
used to be like a
someone
volunteer
happen,
EMT
yeah.
on the ambulance, and I wasn't like cracking up when people in car
Yeah,
accidents and
because
stuff. You know?
there's a distance between the viral videos and like something
Yeah.
that's there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. Like if somebody like if we were looking at my window and somebody slipped on the sidewalk and fell, we would probably laugh, right?
Yes.
But if you were walking behind them, would you laugh or would you help them up?
I would snort, hold it in, help
And then
them
help
up,
them,
and
yeah.
then go somewhere to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Joe fall down like a whole. No. Okay, wait. So we were going towards the lift and it was a big snowstorm. Montage wasn't groomed. And he hit one bump and he rolled for like 20 minutes. Like. And like, I should have been concerned because that's a serious concussion waiting to happen. I was pissing. I was like, oh my God. And he just like popped up. But like, yeah, that was my boyfriend. He could have been hurt and I was just dying. You don't have to edit this out. He
I
knows.
definitely will laugh at my kids sometimes when they get hurt. Not when they get hurt like Elliot the other day was like angry because we said he couldn't play Fortnite and he like threw his head back and like whacked on the edge of a bookshelf and I felt bad. And I got him
See,
I got him some
I
frozen
laughed at
broccoli
that.
to put on his head, you know, but I was still secretly laughing a little bit.
My brother was whining one day that he couldn't have like a cookie or something for in the morning, and he goes, "Wah," and then like hits his teeth on the wall, like hard.
Oh my
He
god.
just goes and then hits his teeth.
So he
on
gave
the
himself a curb job? Wow. Hey, there's a plow.
Ooh.
We want to leave early.
That's
Go
my name.
away.
My name again is Mr. Plow. Anybody?
Did we get
Simpsons?
anything from Casey
Simpsons.
Alerts?
I haven't seen
Called
enough
Mr.
of
Plow. That's my name. My name again is Mr. Plow. It's Homer's Plow Business. Sorry. The Simpsons are pretty high on my list of comedy DMA.
The last-
DMA? DNA?
Yes.
DMX.
DMX. Comedy DMX.
What?
Oh, I thought
Joe
it was
just called you a sexy man.
No, he's a sexy man.
I'm gonna quote you. No, he's a sexy man.
So, I don't know. What else you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Has anyone ever had a canker sore?
Yeah.
Like on your lip?
Yeah, I have one right now, and it
Terrible.
hurts like a bitch.
Hey, thank God for
Terrible.
masks, right?
Oh yeah, it.
But I think that, like, I swear to God, the mask could cause it and, like, make it, like, boil in there more.
I'm getting
I
masked.
don't even know.
Mask.
You shut up, no way.
Seriously, like
Yeah.
along the tip of my nose, and like I have like a look. I got like a red zit on the tip of my nose, like freaking Rudolph. I'm a 43-year-old man with a red zit in my nose, but it's because of this nonsense.
Wait, no, I want
The worst canker sore I had it on my tongue,
Ooh.
and it
Yeah.
was the most painful thing. I couldn't eat for like a couple days. I could only eat super soft food, and I would cry the whole time while eating it.
And then acidic stuff, like, forget it.
Oh god, it was
No.
it was so bad.
They're bad. I get them
I
myself.
never expected, the canker sore conversation.
You ever drink
Your
too
canker sore and you.
You ever?
Instead of my shiny teeth and me.
What'd you say?
You ever drink too much lemonade that your pee hurts?
Oh.
No?
Can't say that.
See, that was step 1 and that was step, like, 35.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I mean, have you ever had, like, salsa or, like, a really spicy Mexican food and then,
Oh, no,
yeah,
yeah,
like,
like
it's
the-
the same thing.
Like the beehole burns? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Like the hot snakes?
Yeah.
To quote Chris Pratt.
He's like, it's a hot
Wait,
sauce.
no, my friend calls it the spicy
And I
poops.
wipe, and I wipe,
Oh,
and I
that's the
wipe.
best. It's like
My
wiping the
friend
tip
calls
of
it
a
the Hershey
marker.
squirts.
Oh, no.
What?
It's like a marker.
Yeah, because you ever see that? It's
Yeah,
like
I
the
see
Parks and Rec bloopers, and like Chris Pratt's at the doctor. There's several different things. Like, he's like, I have the hot snakes, and they're like, what do you? It's like when you have diarrhea and it hurts so much it feels like a hot snake. And then they all crack up. And then he's like, sometimes I wipe, but after I poop I wipe.
And I
And I
wipe.
wipe and I wipe and I wipe, and it's still there. It's like wiping the tip of a marker. It's like one of the funniest things.
Oh,
ever.
that's so good. That's so
That's so
good.
fucking funny. He's like everybody loves a comeback story. He goes, Kim Kardashian, I think there was cum on her back.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh yeah. Everybody's just like, oh shit.
One of my greatest, my favorite moments from that show was completely improv, which was also him, where
Network connectivity.
yeah, it's where Leslie has the flu, and he's like sitting at the computer, and he's like, Leslie, I looked up your symptoms on WebMD, and it says you might have network connectivity issues. It's like one of the funniest fucking things.
wait,
It's
that
so
was
simple.
improv?
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah,
gosh.
and like the camera was like on him for no reason. It was just like to get the exterior shot, and it held on him, and he's like, I'm gonna say something. Oh, it's so
That's
good.
actually really good.
You know, the scene that made me laugh the most in that show, and it's like the dumbest scene. I started watching it with my younger brother. It was the first episode when she goes to open the doors and they're locked. I laughed
Where is this?
for
In the
like
very
an
first
hour.
episode?
Very first
I don't even
episode.
remember.
Yeah,
She's
they
going
go,
to
they
City
grab the
Hall
door.
itself.
She's like, all right, I want to show you, like, we're
Oh.
going to our meeting. And she opens, she goes, it's locked.
That is good.
I
mean, that
laughed
sets up
so hard.
Do you guys remember when she's doing her campaign, like her campaign announcement, and like it's where the whole episode's been hilarious, but like Ron has built the stage is too small, and they do it on the ice rink because and they
And it plays like a what's
They
that?
have like not enough red carpet.
Get
Get
on
on your feet, but they keep falling. And like they've got the three-legged dog, and like there's just so much comedy thrown in that one little moment. It's so good.
I have to rewatch that.
And they have
It's
to, like,
so
I
push
watched
her
it when I
over.
was like little when it was first on TV, so I keep like everything you say. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to go back to my brain. It's
No, I
not there.
rewatched it way late, but
Bobby
it's
Yeah.
just
Newport.
amazing.
Bobby Newport.
Bobby Newport's never had a real job. Was it? Never worked a day in his life. Bobby Newport.
That and like when Ben gets fired.
Oh,
He's
what
like
is?
making the REM claymation.
Oh, dude, that's so good. Honestly, another one of my favorite binges. That show's so good. I think that's gonna be my next like rewatch binge because I've been through it like 3 or 4 times. But when it's also I think after Ben's been fired, but it's the first Treat Yourself.
Yeah.
And he goes along with them, and it's him in like the fully like the $1,000 Batman suit, but he's crying.
He goes,
He's like, guys, I needed this, and he's like wearing like this like movie level Batman suit. Oh my god, it's so
I
good.
really needed to treat myself.
All right, what else? We could all just say our favorite lines from movies. People would love that, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, nobody else.
Do you
is
watch
listening.
30 Rock by
We
any
had
chance?
oh,
I did when I was younger. but
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot.
you and I haven't really
Deep love for it.
like
I need to-
it is
I need to
my.
give it a chance,
No,
'cause
same. I
know-
watch
It
it,
is like-
every night
it
before I
is
go to
the
bed. I
tippy
just fall
top of the
asleep to
mountain
it.
for me.
You need to see Community. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I like. I'm sure.
I watched that when I was
watched
little
Community.
too.
I like
It's after
Community.
season 4.
It doesn't matter, but the first.
I think that you and I need to do
an.
A Johnless cast?
No. I think you and I can have an offshoot podcast where we like what like the big thing where you watch an episode and talk about it. We can do that with 30 Rock.
We can.
Is everybody doing that? We could do that with you too. With you watch and you if you want. The first time.
Yeah, we just kind of
First
got
time
thrown to the
through.
side.
No, but like it's our jam.
I think like what's weird is like I think there's like this sort of like subculture of people that really love 30 Rock.
Yeah.
That have it's like snarky almost like
Yeah.
like you know like if you can't like
I feel like you're right.
like if I drop like a real like deep cut and I'm like that's not so much cheese and she doesn't get my reference, she'll be like
I'm better
you don't
than
like 30 Rock. It's like a hipster thing. Kind of.
Yeah, Community.
Oh my god, did you just compare? I guess. Yeah, maybe.
How about Schitt's Creek?
Oh, I like Schitt's Creek.
I watched like 2 or 3 episodes, but I need
Oh
to.
my god, it's so good.
It's
I
good.
love it.
It's slow. It was a slow to get into, so that's why I didn't get into it. I did watch Waiting for Guffman though, which is great.
Oh, it's amazing.
That's
Christopher
where
Guest.
That's where he got his start.
Eugene Levy?
Or yeah, but I mean in that kind of circuit, right?
Well, Eugene Levy was a Second
Around.
City guy. He was Second City in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Him and Catherine
It was like
O'Hara.
a famous production of Godspell that was Eugene Levy and Martin Short and Gilda Radner and Victor Garber. Like they all.
She's
came through-
Canadian.
Yeah, they all came through
Shut up!
Toronto.
I watched the documentary. Didn't.
I don't know if she's Canadian or not, but she was in that production.
Okay.
Did you know the way that Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder met? This is really off topic, but they met because Gene Wilder was he said he was miscast in a production of Mother Courage, and and basically Gene Wilder was friends with Mel Brooks' wife, and they went to the show, and he goes, "That man just looks funny," and then he cast him with the producers like a couple months later.
All right, I think since you brought it up, we need to readdress. Okay, so I'm not picking on you about the Mel Brooks thing, but I think that you need to.
I'm not picking on you.
Here's the deal, right?
Okay.
We're gonna have you back on, but only after you watch.
Blazing Saddles.
We should pick one. I think Blazing Saddles is probably the best.
See,
one.
I've seen like 5 minutes of that, and I remember laughing really hard. But again, this was like 6 years ago.
I mean,
What's your favorite? I like History of the World.
what's my
one.
favorite? That's super hard.
Frankenstein's also good.
Young Frankenstein. Blazing Saddles is probably my favorite.
Blazing Saddles is like the one that everybody
Blazing
recognizes.
Saddles and History of the World are the ones I watched the most. Young Frankenstein, I think, is probably a masterpiece, right? I don't love Spaceballs.
You don't like Spaceballs?
I don't love
Oh,
Spaceballs.
okay. I'm your brother's cousin's mother's former roommate. What is that?
Dracula Dead and Loving It. You ever see that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
That's
Yeah,
really
I
Leslie
looked up
Nielsen,
a
I think.
picture. Never seen this man in my life.
Mel Brooks?
Yeah. So I was like,
He's like
is he that famous?
Yeah, he's
yeah, he's pretty big.
I mean, if you want to get into comedy, I would say you should probably look into him. I'm not being snarky. I mean,
No,
maybe
no,
a
no,
little
I
bit.
know.
I might be a little bit snarky.
I have a
but
Mel Brooks story. So I was filming my documentary last year, and so my family like owned a bunch of drive-ins, like obviously before I existed, which is cool. Like that's useful. And
Thanks a lot more.
no, literally, no, they had like really cool. They actually owned a porn drive-in too. Uncle Bubbles had the Oak Hill.
Did you say Uncle Bubbles?
Uncle Bubbles. It was the Oak Hill.
Holy shit, you had an Uncle Bubbles that owned a porn drive-in?
Yeah.
How have we not been talking about this the entire time?
And it was the Oak Hill, and they called it the Stroke Hill.
Holy shit. We should write, this is a series.
This is so serious.
Like you're Uncle Bubbles, and that's
Why am I Uncle Bubbles? Why am I automatically Uncle Bubbles? We can cast outside the room, John.
No, who else is gonna be Uncle Bubbles?
You're Uncle
You're
Bubbles.
Uncle Bubbles.
What the fuck?
No,
I'm Uncle Bubbles.
he's not like sharp enough to be an Uncle Bubbles.
Dr.
I'm not sharp enough?
No, but I'm Uncle Bubbles. I'm seeing like a man with like a lot of cash who's like making money off like horny
Yeah,
teenagers.
definitely. That would be like if it was like Uncle Rico, or Uncle, like, that's from, what's that stupid movie? Napoleon Dynamite's got Uncle
What's
Rico.
that stupid movie? That'd
No,
be good.
Uncle Bubbles is like, I'm kind of an Uncle Bubbles. This is sort of like a schlubby guy who's
No,
like,
wait, they called you Uncle Bubbles and you were upset, and then I said, you're not Uncle Bubbles.
You
Like,
said
I
I'm not
am
Uncle Bubbles because I'm not sharp enough. Whatever the fuck that means.
No, because
You don't have the intelligence to be Uncle Bubbles.
He looks like Uncle Bubbles.
I don't look like Uncle Bubbles.
You look like an Uncle Bubbles.
He looks like Uncle Bubbles' nephew.
He looks like Joey 2 times.
Joey 2 times.
Yeah. Joey 2
Anyway.
times.
Hey, Mister, how you doing? Yeah, that's
Get
all
the
I
fuck
know.
out of here, Joey. That's gonna be. I'm doing work on my Uncle Bubbles.
You're doing your Sopranos.
Oh.
Oh, you're now officially casting yourself as Uncle Bubbles. Like, this isn't my production.
All right, keep going. What's your Mel Brooks story?
Okay, so this was not the Stroke Hill. This was,
This stroke hill. Was this like in Old
it
Forest?
was where the King's College football field was.
That there was a porn drive-in there.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So like, that area wasn't
Humble
as built,
beginnings.
It was definitely not as built up. Like even when I came here in
Yeah.
like the late '90s,
Yeah.
it was like, just like,
Yeah.
coal banks.
Yeah, my mom is like, oh, or wait, no, was that her grandpa's? That might not have been the Stroke Hill. I think the Stroke Hill is where Wegmans was.
Wait, so they were driving movie theaters across the street from each other?
I don't know. Maybe, but they were all up this way.
This whole story is suspect.
What?
Yeah.
No, I will call my
Sheila
mom.
O'Brien
Any of
Youth
it.
Leadership Conference.
Oh, I will call my mom.
Was there even an Uncle Bubbles?
It wasn't. I don't know his real name, but no, her Bomp, which was her grandpa, Bomp, and they had they played Blazing Saddles. And I remember my mom saying oh, these were the big films. So I was talking to, I don't know if he's a doctor, but we're gonna say Dr. Palmieri. You know Lou Palmieri?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the sweetest man on earth.
He's a great guy.
He's awesome, and he was my memories from this time period are I worked at a camp for disabled kids, so we would take them out to the drive-in. And we made
the corn drive?
Not to the Strokeville or whatever it was, right?
the Oak Hill. And he was oh, we actually took them to, now I feel like a bad person that I don't remember the name of my family's drive-in. I feel kind of shitty. But we took them to wherever, and I interjected, I'm wait, that's my family's, blah, blah. And he was oh, we took them to see Blazing Saddles, and it's it's a little inappropriate, it's
Little.
not, well,
For kids?
yeah. But, and
What
they,
the
Disabled?
so they
kids,
no
no
literally
less?
so they kept taking them because the kids loved this movie could you just imagine all these kids loving this
Right.
movie, so they kept taking them back and back and back, and a couple counselors got fired because someone was oh, that's abusive to take them to see Blazing Saddles. But that's my Blazing Saddles story.
Wow.
Yeah, actually it's Lou Palmieri's Blazing Saddles story that I adopted. And he's I can't believe it was my great grandpa's.
You're not even doing stand-up yet, and you're already stealing jokes? You're a real Carlos Mencia.
That wasn't a joke
That was a
steal.
deep cut.
That was
No?
just a situation that was related to me that I took. But isn't that's
All right,
I
you're
took
just
it,
catching
but
up.
I did not steal
John
it.
had a sick Carlos Mencia burn.
and I tried to justify it, but I couldn't. But yeah, no, it's cute. I thought it was a cute story, just
It was a cute story until you got into the porn theater of the uncle.
Yeah.
And then you guys all insulted me.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cute.
No.
I
that was
didn't.
the best
I mean,
part.
I guess I
You
insulted
did.
you.
You said I wasn't sharp enough. That's the one that's stinging the most. I mean, these guys are at least honest about it. Yes, look
He's
who else is
gonna
in
go
Uncle
home
Bob.
to
Look at
his
it.
wife.
I'm covered in expanding foam, and I haven't. I look like
No, I
I look
feel
like
like-
an Uncle Bubbles.
I feel we have two different interpretations of Uncle Bubbles. They're seeing
I think that I am totally in the land. You guys ever watch Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah. No.
That's
kind
like
of.
Bubbles is the guy with the big lab. At least seen the guy.
No,
at least, right?
yeah.
That's
but
what I think of when
no.
I think of Bubbles, or the guy from The Wire.
I'm seeing a scary Italian man about his money.
So they call him Uncle Bubbles because he used to kill people and put them in a car wash or something. That could be a good mob story.
That would actually be
Don't
really
cross
good.
Uncle Bubbles.
So is,
Oh my
so
God,
is
wait,
Doc
that's
Little,
really funny.
Doc Little Uncle Bubbles? Because he's the
Oh, so
cleaner.
now you got somebody cool and it's Doc Little? As soon as you put a cool backstory
No,
on
he's
it,
not
we
Italian
move away
enough to
from
be
me.
Uncle Bubbles.
Yeah, but he's got that Western twang, so he can be from the Southern Mafia.
He sent me an email, and I
I,
forgot
um,
he was from Texas, and
And I
he said y'all in the middle of it, and I was like, oh yeah.
Y'all's a very,
Yes.
it's a very useful word.
It is.
I love
mean,
a good
I
y'all.
use it, so I
I,
can't even say anything.
I love a good y'all. But yeah, so Uncle Bubbles. So are we developing this film about the
at
porn
least
drive-in?
at least a pilot. We could do an
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny pilot and then record it on our phones.
Yeah,
Uncle Bubbles.
Uncle Bubbles. I'll ask my
You'd be
mom
like
for my
Frank.
family history. I mean, we could call her right
I'm
now.
not
She'd
that
answer.
freaking old. I'm not that old, man.
You know what's the funniest? I haven't even watched It's Always Sunny, but the funniest line I've ever heard from that show is a blooper, where what's his name? Where Frank is basically yeah, in the '70s we used to have all the sex and I'm grabbing butts and asses and it was always great, and then AIDS ruined everything.
Yeah. You need to watch that show.
I do.
You need
I
to watch Mel
haven't
Brooks.
watched it.
Oh my god.
I know. I'm not gaining too many points here.
No, you're gaining many points. But I'm just saying, we should shift gears and make this the re-education of Lauren. That should be
Oh, yeah.
You know?
This is why you're stupid.
You're not stupid. Watch Blazing Saddles.
You're not stupid. Watch this stuff.
I mean, I think that's probably the best way in to Mel Brooks, right?
I mean, you have to know what you're going in for. I think.
There's no way they'd be able to make the movie now. There's no way they'd be able to make Blazing Saddles.
That's
in
so many
2021.
things though.
The
I just texted my mom.
amount
we
of
were at the
language,
drive-ins.
it is. The language is offensive now, right? There's a lot of but it's written by Richard Pryor, right? So it's not. I don't know. I think it pushes the envelope in a way that I don't know. I
Raisinets.
don't know, dude. So I taught a comedy film class a couple semesters ago, And I showed Marx Brothers movie, which I knew they weren't going to like. That was fine.
Which I knew they were gonna.
Then I showed Dr. Strangelove, which I don't know if you guys have seen that or not.
I couldn't get through it.
Sure. It's black and white. It's super duper, like, absurdist. Like, it's about, like, basically, like, you know, the nuclear war with, you know, with the Russians, sort of. Right? But it's funny. Right? And then I was like, all right, so I'm going to show Blazing Saddles. This is going to be the one. I swear this will be the one. I stood up and I did the whole preface. I explained the movie. I explained, you know, like the writing and all that kind of stuff. And I said, I think this is going to be the one that you guys like. And then it was not. It was definitely not.
What's that one?
Wait, when was this class?
So there's a bit where, like, these cowboys ride into this town and they're like, punching this old woman in the stomach, right? And, like, she turns to the camera and she's like, have you ever seen such cruelty? And then they keep punching her, right? But this kid was like, you know, the abuse of the elderly I thought was just too much. And I was like, what are you I couldn't even picture what the fuck he was talking about. And he's like, that part where they're beating up that old woman. I was like, are you serious? That you were offended by that? He's like, yes, it was. I was like, okay.
See, I hate old people.
As an elderly woman.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I hate old people.
What's the cutoff for old for you? Am I on the cusp?
How old are you?
I'm not going to tell you. You guess.
Well, then
I
how
said
am
it
I
already.
supposed to
By the
know?
way, I said it like 5 minutes ago.
How old
I
do
feel like
think
you
you
say it a couple times and I always forget. I never know
I've been
how old
feeling my
people
age a
are.
lot more
I'm
with this
gonna
whole
say-
podcast.
You're 40, right?
3.
I was
Okay.
gonna say 42.
Okay, well, thanks.
All
I just-
right.
I'm just
Give
great.
you
My
a
mom
whole
was great
12
early, and I'm
months.
great. I look older than the greatness.
I thought you were 37 and I wanted to say that you were 40 and then I would be
I thought he was
offensive.
37.
No, I just feel like one time we really screwed up his age.
Like, do I look that old? Do I look that old?
The earring
No.
reverses some
Yeah,
years.
you're right.
But in like a...
In a Harrison
I
Ford.
I'm
forget
trying
that you
too
have
hard, by the way.
earrings.
Not trying too hard. Like, if you still
I mean, I've
had
had
it
them
over
forever.
50, then definitely.
I'm definitely
try
still have
too
over 50. I've never taken them out.
hard. Okay, well then
I'll
try
do you
too
cleaner.
hard.
You think that's trying too hard? I have like that's just like I forget that I have.
Now I'm just like looking at your ear.
Yeah.
Wait, is there one in each ear?
I don't know. I love piercings.
Are they
Like, I
matching?
have-
Oh my god.
I don't
I
know.
honestly don't even notice.
Yeah, I hate old people. I'd say over. If you're slow. When you're slow is when I hate.
So you hate old people because of the speed at which they can move.
Yes, and
Okay.
because they take so long to process everything,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, why are you?
That
so
is, like,
I know young people
bit of
who
a
take a long time to
generalization.
process.
I know it's awful, and I tell my
You
mom.
mean
all
like
the-
so you mean like people who have like Alzheimer's, right? So you hate people who are senile.
Ableist.
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't like. I know it's like, oh, it's not their fault, da da da. But when you get in my way, then I'm
Da,
like,
da, da.
come on.
Okay, so it's like is it about like in a car or is it like at a grocery store or like at any time there's an old person in front of you?
Just
If
a
I'm
native New
walking
Yorker.
down the grocery store aisle and you are walking 2 miles per hour and taking up the whole aisle, I think about tripping you.
So you're talking about wait, well what about the people that are in like the land whale carts? You know what I mean? Like
The what?
The land whale
land
carts?
whales. You know, like the
You say
jazzes.
the land
That's-
whales?
Yeah.
As long
That's
as
so
I can
good.
get around you. That's my whole
Uh.
thing. Like, if you're gonna be old, just don't be in my way.
Okay.
Can
I'm
I
not
be
gonna
entitled?
justify it. I know it's awful.
But like that could be true of like anybody, any age, right?
Mm-hmm.
There could be like a 4-year-old kid being an asshole in front of you. And you
oh
have to
yeah,
walk
I
around.
hate children too.
Okay, so what's
There
the
you
sweet
go.
spot? Like
I
16
hate
to 30?
teenagers too.
Okay.
Don't you just hate everybody?
I do. I
So like
do.
what? So like 20 to 22.
Basically, yes.
Okay.
No, up to
20-year-old can-
30.
Up to 30.
I'll be generous.
And then you hate people after 30.
Yeah.
What happens at 30? Because they're not necessarily blocking your way at the grocery store, right?
Yeah, but they're millennials.
And they're like Karens and just like.
You do hit a Karen.
They're people who reached their youth and then didn't realize that they weren't young anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right, I am loving this. Let's keep going.
Let's keep.
So, do you think everybody that is a millennial is a Karen?
No, I just think they're
The
entitled.
majority.
You think they're what?
Entitled.
Yeah.
You think millennials are entitled?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Granted, I also have the problem with in my generation. But like it's like this the same thing with your example of the student. Like people can't enjoy things, or people.
So you
can't.
think that's different in your generation?
No, I think that's the same in our generation, if not worse.
Okay. I think that I'm gonna go. I am not a millennial, right? And I'm not a Gen Xer.
We're gonna talk
You're
about
maybe
Dave's sweet spot of
This is
his
the thing,
generation.
It's a thing. It's called an Xennial.
Wait,
It's like
where's the theme music for Dave explaining
1977
when
to
he was born?
1985.
I saw.
There's a
things-
micro generation that I fit in.
Oh my god!
I don't know why you're being a jerk
I
about
want
this.
theme music for this.
And I think
I
that we're the
saw-
best. You know why? Because like we are the best. That's it. No, like you know we understand technology and we can use technology, right? But we're also cynical of technology. right?
Where's the theme music?
My mom is the same age and she's terrible with technology.
Yeah, but like your mom then also like grew. It's like the other thing is like the Oregon Trail generation they call it, like people that played like Oregon Trail in like high school and like stuff like this, like which is a joke, but like you know like your mom can use a cell phone, can't she?
Barely.
Come on.
No, I swear to God, it's like watching a toddler.
Can I tell you when they like? All right, so
When
like,
she listens to
when
this,
they got
she's
rid of the
gonna be
home
mad at me.
button, like I haven't upgraded my phone because I don't understand how to not like really all I have to do is just
What
push it like
number?
this. This is an 8S.
Oh.
But like it's still got the little round button, right? Which is
I
just
miss the
comforting to
round
me.
button.
It takes me
I
back to
miss
where
it.
it's
Round
supposed to be.
button.
I miss it. I miss it.
Right? So this is what I'm saying. Christina has it like an 11 or something, and like I pick up her phone and
There's
I
no
literally
thing.
I'm paralyzed by like I don't
That's
know what
how
to
my
do.
mom is.
Swipe up.
Yeah, but when I swipe up, oh, there's my flashlight. You know? So like why do I like I already know this. Now this is where the age of the cynicism
You
comes
just
in.
gotta learn.
They change the damn buttons every time, right?
No,
You know?
I will be honest, iPhone 11s confuse the shit out of me too.
Me too, and I have one.
Because I don't have
So I'm thinking to myself, like, if they could have done it without the button, then why do they even have the button to start with, right? So, like, now your phone, you can pick it up and just swipe up, and then everything goes back, right? But then you got to pull down from the corner to get your flashlight, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see the
Ah,
Christmas
that.
picture.
Why would you change it? You know why they change it? Listen, Apple, here's my cynicism.
Oh
They keep coming out with new phones, so they can keep selling you new adapters, and, like, it is,
Why?
dude.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, then-
You just
See, this is-
talk
now,
about your generation.
here's the
like,
point I'm
we're
gonna
the
say.
best, we understand
I
technology.
read an article. Shut your mouth. I read an
You
article.
read articles?
Shut the fuck up. I read an article that like basically said that people that are like my age and people that are in your generation like sort of connect better than your generation and millennials do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
agree.
interesting, I think.
Because we've got the cynicism back. feel
Yeah.
like
I think
our
you're
generation
right.
got the cynicism back.
My mom and I,
We
because
take
are
the
both
cynicism from Gen X, which is like hugely Gen X also jives with your generation because of the cynicism, I think.
Yeah.
And like both of you, like Gen X is like the like the meme is like the you're doing the okay boomer thing and boomers are yelling and then Gen X is just like eating popcorn, right? Because like what were you saying?
So much better.
My mom and I, like, we're both from those two generations, and we have the same opinions
Mm-hmm.
on basically everything. And I know that's, like, different, like, I'm her daughter, so of course I'm gonna pick up on her
Yeah.
thoughts and everything. But even her friends and all that, like, I get along super well with them, but definitely millennials, I'm like, get out of my face.
I
Yeah,
think
no,
that
I
like
agree.
my generation was raised by like people that fought in Vietnam, right? So like they were like shut the fuck up and do what I told you to do, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know like where that jives with your generation. So like I think maybe like the fact that we were raised by those people and then we raised you guys, right? I think
guess
there's
so.
some crossover there. You know what I mean? Whereas like millennials were raised by Gen Xers, kind of, right?
Sort of,
so like.
yes. And Gen Xers like were rich. Is that the one?
So
Or
Gen
did you
Xers
get
were
one
like,
of
I mean, I don't know, like it's all sort of like nonsense, really. But like, Gen Xers were like cynical and like questioning the.
Yeah, but it's fun to.
I mean, no, like I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Like I don't know, like I guess the stereotype is that millennials are like entitled.
Yeah,
They definitely
Right.
are.
Do you think that that's true of your generation?
I think partly, but I think we have a little bit more cynicism to balance it out.
They made millennial pink, which I just think was like a crime.
What's millennial pink?
It's like that, like kind of like it was like the obsession with rose gold that even I bought into, but like it was like boom, they're just like it's not gold, but it's it's rose. That's what I associate with millennials, and I just feel like they put us on a bad track.
Can I tell you, like, I like legit I don't know, stream through Instagram Reels and like I get some of the millennial like there are jokes that I just don't get. There are things that people put on TikTok that I just don't
Yeah, me too.
understand.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm wondering if it's like this was like coming back comedy. Like I don't know that I get some of the humor of younger people.
Yet you enjoyed the
Me too.
Godzilla had a stroke or Godzilla died while reading this meme.
So what was
You
funny?
laughed so fucking
what's
hard when
funny
you said
about
that.
that meme is what precedes it. The horrible sentence structure.
Yeah.
It's not Godzilla on the fucking wheelbarrow. I mean, like
Have you ever seen that meme?
No.
No, okay.
It's like it's a horribly written sentence, and then I don't even know. Like it's like a sentence that like doesn't make any sense, like strung together. And then there's a picture of Godzilla on a wheelbarrow. It says Godzilla had a stroke while reading this, and I don't know, dude. Maybe Godzilla having a stroke is funny. I don't
Godzilla
know.
had a stroke and fucking died. I think that's the part.
Whatever.
I don't know. Yeah.
I
mean,
don't
it's sort of
know.
sad for Godzilla. He's dying.
I don't know why you didn't talk. I wish you talked about this with Joe. Like, he's a huge meme guy, and he just sends me the dumbest
I love
shit.
memes a lot.
I wish you guys talked. We'll bring
You guys,
it
are
back
you
on,
guys
talk
meme
about
people?
this.
I'm big with memes. Just because, like I'm on TikTok 24/7, so I do understand like everything on TikTok. Like whenever there's a new joke, like I've been there since the beginning, and then I see it develop.
So it's like the in-joke stuff, I like, but there's just like stuff that's like
Recycled jokes.
I don't know, like a person like, you know, if you know this, then you'll know, and then it's just a guy who like, you know, like looks this way and like turns his hat around or something, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Usually,
you know what I mean? Like,
Is that like the George Lopez joke that you don't understand?
I don't
When
know.
you wake up at 3 a.m. and it's just
George
like,
Lopez is on?
yeah.
Well, that's just like clearly what you guys watched when you were kids. This is just like
Loved me some George Lopez.
Well, like, just like what do you mean?
random acts of like, I don't know. I can't like. I
What
wish I
does
could
that
think of
mean?
something. Like it means exactly what I said. Somebody's like, you know, they'll like take a cup and go like, and then like, ha ha ha. Ha.
those are good. Like I like the if you know you know with females.
Yeah.
Like if you know, and it's like a girl putting her key in her hand.
Yeah!
Like a knife.
Okay, I
Yeah.
would get that.
And
Because but that
those
makes
similar.
sense. There's some of these things just don't.
But there's
make
some
any
that are
fucking
like
sense.
that definitely he wouldn't get, and I can't think of them off the top of my head.
I'm
but
sure.
Like,
I'm sure.
some really.
And then to make my
Yeah.
eyes tired before I go to bed, I go on iFunny
Yeah.
and I scroll through memes for like an
I
hour.
forgot about iFunny.
Yeah, I've had it for way too long.
Yeah.
But
Make
it
your
just
eyes
it's
tired. That was awesome. That's like you're like.
but it's not like just
Yeah.
I'm reading and I don't have to
And
get
your
a
brain,
book,
too.
'cause I hate
Yeah.
books.
I
You
don't
don't like
know.
books? You're an English major.
I am an English
I
major.
hate fucking old people. I hate kids.
I hate books.
I
hate Mel Brooks. by
iFunny
proxy.
10 out of 10.
I don't know if you know, but I am a pessimist.
Mel Brooks is like
So-
112
We didn't
years old,
pick
so
up.
you're definitely gonna hate him.
He's gonna die soon, and
Oh, I'm
gonna
not.
cry.
I'm gonna be inconsolable.
A treasure.
It's gonna be so sad.
Wait, where am I?
Is Harvey Korman already dead?
Oh yeah, he died a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
There are people that like, you know, I was talking about this with Mike Little because as we get older, like our heroes are gonna die.
Then you're
Like,
just in the rocking chair, and you're like, back in my day.
well, no, we talked about like who's it gonna be like when they die, who's it gonna like be rough for you? And he was talking about Paul McCartney, how he's probably gonna have to
Aw.
like cancel school for
Well,
like
when
3
you
weeks.
die,
Find memes.
it's gonna be a hard day for me. You know?
What's that, John?
When you die in like 10 years, it's gonna be a hard day for me.
10 years.
Cool. I hope you
you
remember this,
die,
the hilarity of this joke when you just orphaned my children.
Oh my god.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that'd be funny, huh?
Oh my god, wait, there's a horrible. I'm trying to go through my messages
Do
to
I
find
amuse
bad
you?
memes
You know, a fucking clown.
for my boyfriend. Everyone inches closer. Tell me,
I can't read.
It says
just pass it around.
this is great podcasting too. It's a picture of Steve Carell as Michael Scott at the top, and it says penis to the left of it in black font, and then over Steve Carell's head it says lesbians, and he's making a face that looks confused. And at the bottom it says plastic shaped like a penis, and it says lesbians again, and he's smiling and he says, "I love it."
Yeah, I mean,
I'm trying to find bad memes.
This is a bad meme.
I don't know, what do you think? Let's judge. Wait, what if we committed an entire episode to judging memes?
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, I definitely
You don't like
wouldn't
memes?
make it through.
You're not a meme guy, are
Well,
you?
just judging memes on a wholly audio podcast does not sound.
See, it
Yeah.
looks like somebody who
Oh yeah,
just
that's true.
started
We'd have
getting
to go
into
video
memes.
for
Yeah.
the podcast.
I don't I already saw it.
Oh, John's just done.
Yeah.
There's a big.
Who's that?
Don
Smoothly
Rickles.
tra-
Here? Yeah, I'm just making my rounds. This is my school, so I'm
Gotcha,
a
cool.
2009 graduate.
Oh, cool. 2000 for me.
Nice. My brother was in Iraq in 2003, and in Afghanistan in 9/11, or right thereafter. I spent most of my time out in the Pacific,
Okay.
so doing God's work, I guess you could say.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Why did God create the sky blue?
I don't know. My family used to say
close.
because he's a Penn State fan. Like,
Nah.
that's not right.
No, that's not it. So, God made the sky blue because none of you guys are in the service. Grandfathers?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a
My
Purple
dad
Heart
was a-
grandfather, but
Did
he
ya?
died before me, so.
Yeah, so did I. He died in '88, I think. I was born in '87.
Oh, okay.
The year of the fire tiger. Hello. That's my Chinese zodiac sign.
We got
All right.
it.
I'm a Capricorn.
Why is the sky blue?
Oh, all right. Because God loves the infantry.
Oh.
Sky blue eyes. That's
Oh.
why we have the blue cord on our left shoulder. And so we could distract with the left shoulder and then knock out with the right. Depending on who the opponent is.
There you
So,
go.
yeah. Well,
Fun fact of the day.
yeah.
Don Rickles.
Then I grew up together, children, babies together. So
Aw.
long time. I'm one of 9 kids, so there's a lot of us.
Oh, wow.
You can't keep track of us.
Wow.
I'm the 6th of 9 children. Wow. I was fighting 69th Irish Brigade. But my mother had 10 pregnancies, so one of my siblings didn't make it.
Oh,
Very
sorry to hear
sad. Well, I never knew I was stillborn or something. But that would make me the 7-10 split.
Oh my. That's good.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks, you
Take
too.
care. Close the door. Close the door. Close the fucking door. Okay. Lock it.
Did we just get grilled at?
I couldn't fucking
Put my jacket in front of the window. It's fine. Okay, I don't really know where we go from there.
What?
There's so much I want to take apart right now.
Yeah, there was so much to unpack. We don't have time.
Can I just? Well, we don't have time. What do we need to be done at noon?
I don't
We have a
care.
class at 12:20.
Same.
We got 5 more minutes. Then?
Yeah, we got time to
We
unpack
need
that.
5 minutes.
There are
to
so many
just-
things, but I want to just throw this one up. You're meeting someone for the first time, and
And we
what
learned.
makes you think you want to ever use the word stillborn? I mean, that's the one I was just like, okay, cool. I get you're an eccentric dude. You fought, the military, all that stuff. Got it. My mom had 10 pregnancies, but there were only 9 kids. What the absolute Jesus tap dancing Christ is that?
That's recorded. That's the best thing I've ever heard about.
What are you gonna do?
Please can
You
we
gotta
put
keep
in?
that in. You gotta keep it in.
Well, you,
Then
you
can you
can
send
keep it
it
in,
to
but
me?
you gotta bleep the Rickles stuff.
Yeah.
And did he introduce himself? Because was there a name?
And then when he said, "Oh, the blue cord on the left," and then you punch with the right, and I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
And I thought he was gonna ask us a God question or a Trump question.
He did ask a God question.
Yeah, but it was like related to the military.
"Do we work a God?"
And he's like, "No one's in the service. We're sitting here
I
like
also did.
babies."
I also
like,
did.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I
We're
wasn't in
here.
the service. I was smoking weed.
I can't believe that. Just
I was like, whatever, doing God's work.
I was
And he went-
hoping I
he
wasn't
went,
the only
"Thank
one who
you."
thought that was.
No, I said thank you
because
for your
you
service.
You really polite, and I was like,
That's why I was like, does
was
he
like-
think this is okay?
Yeah, I was like,
I was trying to keep him talking.
What do you want me to
Did you
do? Like,
notice
get the fuck
that?
out of
no,
here?
no. You did it. You did the right thing. You
No.
just could make it.
I kept him
continue to
going.
do
I
it.
thanked him
You're
for
a
his
good
service.
person. So like that
Thank
was a
you.
good
That was the
reaction.
nicest thing you said about me today.
They were a little deer in the headlights, but in the best way possible.
But I was trying not to laugh
I
the
couldn't
entire
do
time.
that.
I know. I
This is
saw.
like, you remember when we had, and we sort of talked about it today, we talked about it a whole entire podcast
you
about
can't laugh?
what is it like, is it okay to laugh?
Yeah.
And like, this was the psychological test. God put that guy right there
Oh
in the
my
doorway
God,
of the
Oh my
house.
God, do you think
That
that
was
was God? I mean, we're at a Catholic college.
Is that God? I don't know. I'm gonna change my thoughts
That
on
just-
things. If that guy was God.
That
No, he said he was doing God's work, so yeah.
I think that just proved to me that there is a God. because
There
we
is a
haven't-
God.
I think.
Wait,
that-
just title the podcast that. There is a God.
And his
And he's
name,
a-
he
Did he
is a redhead
And
ex-military.
no, and he's a tiger. What was his? He goes. What
Oh
was
my
that?
God! he went, "Arr." Oh my God! I'm the Chinese Zodiac. Like, this guy must be like, surrounded by the ladies at the
I
bar,
was like,
right?
did this guy just growl
He
at
didn't
us?
stop talking. Like he didn't take a pause. He was just he went.
He
to
didn't
the-
let us add to the
He
conversation.
just told us his whole
There
life
have
story.
been like
He's not there, right?
many instances
He's
in
not-
my life
I
where
hope
somebody's
he
come
is,
looking for
kinda.
somebody in this office suite and then they make small talk. But I have never experienced oh, is Don Rickles? No, I think they teach about that. Oh, okay, well, we were childhood friends, Misericordia.
Yeah,
If he stopped there,
At
fine.
no point did any of those
Stillborn.
people use the word stillborn or growl at me. This is. I'm so glad that we were all here for this, and I'm so glad that was
I
recorded.
might need
Thank
to
you,
email
Jesus.
HR.
Thank you,
Like,
Jesus.
that was...
And say what? Like, there's a weird guy on campus?
Yeah,
Growling
I would
at
do
people.
stuff like
I
that.
just need to double check. Yeah, it's still.
Well, that's how I feel about Chuckles. There's a weird guy on campus.
I mean, like.
That was the best thing I've ever experienced.
That was good. I thought I was the only one who was like, I didn't know if he was like being nice, and everyone was like, oh yeah, like into it. I was like, is anyone else feeling what I'm
I'm
feeling?
going to go with Birth of My Children.
I was literally
Wedding Day,
recording on my phone.
Red
at
Sox
one
won the World
point.
Series in 2004. That guy, it's sort of a toss-up for me as to where the top is.
Oh my god.
Birth of my children, wedding day, that
I
guy.
was looking around.
He's wearing shorts.
And everybody was
He was
normal,
wearing shorts.
and
I thought that was going to be the
like,
weirdest
am I
thing about it.
That's
At one point I looked down, I was like, oh, he's wearing shorts. It's fucking snowing outside.
Yeah.
But, like, that was not even close to the weirdest thing about it.
I think after that everyone should go home today.